Today we will be drawing and painting a winter polar bear. Notice the shapes on the polar bear. You see circles, semicircles, and there's also curved lines and one horizontal line in the back. On your paper, make sure that it's the landscape way, not the portrait way. That's from side to side. In the center of your paper, I want you to draw a larger circle. It's okay if it's not perfect because polar bears' heads are not perfect circles. Once you have that larger circle, you're going to go down to the lower part of the circle and draw another circle. That's going to be the muzzle, the mouth part of the bear. Draw a small circle toward the top of that circle that you drew for his mouth. Out of that circle, draw a J-shaped line and another line coming out and curving outward. Two small circles are for his eyes. You can make these large, medium-sized, or small. I chose to make them more medium-shaped. At the top of his head, draw two lines that will make semi-circles. Draw another curved line inside of that line. On the opposite side, do the same thing. Coming out from the side of his head, draw a curved line coming down to the edge of the paper. At the very bottom of the paper, you're going to draw a curved line for his paw and another curved line for his paw. And I drew this just out of the frame, so I will show you on the board how I did this in class. Draw a line in the back, all the way across to the other side of the paper. But don't draw the line through the polar bear's head. He does not want a line to go through his head. Now we're going to outline the entire thing in oil pastel, starting with his head. All the way around, trace what you did in pencil. Now, oil pastel can get really dirty, and you want to avoid getting your hands in it quite a bit because it will cause fingerprints to spread across your paper. So do your best to keep your hands off your paper and just to outline what's on the paper. Don't forget to outline. Once everything is outlined, you'll take your finger and smudge the oil pastel gently towards the center of the bear's head. Do the same on the bottom of his body. Smudge the oil pastel around the paper. Avoid going into the sky. We just want the bear and the snow portion of the picture to be smudged. Clean your finger off and wash it at the sink if you need to once you're done. A white oil pastel, draw snowflakes falling from the sky. You can do this with straight lines or little white dots. I have chosen to use little white dots, but I'll also show you another way how I used straight lines going crisscross. Now it's time to paint. Now we're ready to paint. Make sure you're using blue and purple paint only. We are going to paint the sky only. The bottom part of the paper is snow. The sky will be blue with a little bit of purple. This creates a very calm, wintry sky. Behind, the oil pastel will begin to pop out from behind the colors that we're using. Don't booty scoot with your brush. Tiptoe like a ballerina or glide like an ice skater back and forth. Go over your oil pastel and make sure your brush is always wet with paint. No booty scooting allowed. Here are some additional snowflake ideas. With a straight line, you crisscross over it and put a line through the middle. That's another way that you can make snowflakes.